Hello, welcome back to our channel. I'm Gabs, one half of Slip Slip Sis, and this is a craft with me. I was searching for the words in my mind. A craft with me vlog. I am making a granny chevron blanket from my Holidays in Hill Creek advent countdown from Emily of Fangirl Fibers and Maggie of Yarnaceous. So originally I was using this advent. If you watched my Vlogmas or Gab's Vents, I was originally doing this mystery shawl, and I actually got pretty far on it. I'm here, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna keep working on it, but I don't like it. And it's not okay. It's just not for me. I don't think I'm enjoying the colors in this way. I'm also, I think I was hoping for more a variety in the mystery make along, because the pattern's out now. It's basically just this like, first you go this way, then you go this way, which is wonderful and meditative, which is what the designer advertised it as. I think it may just be my colors. I'm also not a huge fan of continuous garter stitch all the time. Like, I need to break it up with other things. So I also couldn't see myself wearing it. Like, it's pretty. It's definitely pretty. But I also have shawls that are similar to this. So I'm going to frog this, and it's going to turn into a Holidays in Hill Creek blanket for my uncle. I've got different grays going on. I think it's going to be pretty. I'm also, along with my sister, we are in our crochet blanket era. Yeah, we've got big plans. We've got big plans for our crochet blankets. It's going to be an all year thing. We're into it. If you haven't seen it, because I'm sure this video will come out afterwards, Chaley and I have a crochet, we have a blanket era planning, right? So check it out. Yeah, because we've got like plans. I think we have goals for like 10 blankets this year, because that's what I want to make. Last year I was making socks, mostly socks, the whole year. The year before that I made like 15 sweaters. Just go in phases, but I'm realizing like I don't want to make any more garments because I've run out of space in my drawers. I've run out of space in the winter months to wear them. I realize because pardon me, I'm a drama teacher, and I actively teach my students choreography when I'm rehearsing the musical, which I do through the winter months. We're doing the Mean Girls. I've rehearsed the musical from November, December, January, and now it's February, and I'm still teaching choreography to the students. Knitwear and choreography do not mix. I'm turning 33 this year, and I'm keeping up with the choreography with a bunch of 16-year-olds. I'm doing all right with it, but I'm way too like sweaty and active to be wearing merino wool. Like, I know wool breathes and it's odor resistance and all that stuff, but it's not working. Especially color work, right? Because like I would try to wear a color work yoke, and then I'm trying to like dance, and I'm like, nope, and I end up taking it off, and then it gets chucks on the stage floor. So I'm realizing that blankets, this is the year of blankets and gift knitting. So you can follow me along with this advent craft with me. Yes, advent craft with me, because I haven't opened all the colors, so you'll get to see them. I'm up to day, I think 7 or 8, and then I was just like, I'm over this, which is not a knock on the designer at all. It is exactly as advertised. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. So it is I think it is a really lovely shawl. I think it's beautiful. Some people have done really beautiful things. I saw one that was like all tonals or like a fade that looked awesome. Just not for me right now in this space in my life. But honestly, most of the kind garter stitch isn't for me, which is probably why I stopped knitting in the first place, when I was knitting mostly garter stitch and mostly flat, because I don't like to do those things. I don't like knitting flat. I don't like purling. And I don't like garter stitch. I'm very delicate. I'm like those plants that like wilt if you get the if you rotate their pot just slightly, and they're mad. Yeah. So my sister's probably watching this going, oh God, Cabs. I'm aware of who I am. It's fine. Anyway, so stick around. Check out our other blanket era videos. It's gonna be great. February 15th. I am on color number 3 of my Holidays in Hell Creek Advent. Basically, one color seems to be getting me 1 or 2 stripes on the blanket. I did the math. Seems like I need maybe 50 grams. No, 50 mini skeins. And the Advent is 24. So I'll be able to get like halfway through it before I need to switch, which that's great for my stashing down, because that means 50 mini skeins out of my stash. That's a huge number. So, going great. Kind of messed up the count on the pattern. I find that to be the hardest part for me with crochet, because you can't fix it as easily as you can fix knitting. Knitting, I can add a stitch to my long tail cast on, like I can just pick it back up if I use a short one, or yeah, just for me it feels like knitting is a little bit more forgiving than crochet, but that's okay. It's a blanket, it's gonna be fine. But I'm loving it. I'm not on my first repeat of the pattern yet, but hopefully by the end of this week I will be. I will say, it's a free pattern. It's called the 6-Day Kid Blanket. I made it bigger, but it's the 6-Day Kid Blanket, and it's a blog post, so it's pretty like ad filled. And I couldn't find a place to really purchase it. So it's pretty hard to read the pattern. So I ended up copy and pasting the pattern into a Google Doc just so I could reformat it and it'd be a little bit cleaner and easier to read, because I was trying to access it on my phone and it was problematic. I know the reason for the ads, and I will still reference the site as much as I can, because I know when someone visits the site, the designer gets, I think, some kind of commission, I think, from AdSense. So I know why the ads are there. The ads are why the content is able to be free. However, it makes it very hard to read on your phone, as well as on your computer. It's actually just challenging. So yeah, that was the mod that I made to make it manageable for me. Tore out 3 of my 5 colors on the Advent blanket because it wasn't working out. The pattern, for whatever reason, I don't know if I was reading it right, but I ended up having to modify the pattern. It is it's a 6-row repeat, and I had to modify 4 of the 6 rows to get the stitches to line up. Yeah, so that was annoying. It was because it's a free pattern. It was because there was a row of single crochets between the granny stitches, the granny clusters, and the double crochets. And that row of single crochets was just plain single crochets, so it didn't form the peaks and valleys. It didn't form the peaks and valleys that the other stitches were forming. So, and because crochet isn't like knit, the stitches aren't on top. This looks bad, doesn't it? The stitches aren't on top of each other. Because the stitches aren't on top of each other, they're on an offset. It was offsetting quite strangely, so that wasn't working, which meant the peaks weren't falling in the same place. So I reworked the pattern so that I would have peaks on every row, peaks and valleys, because it is a chevron on every row, and that seems to have done the trick in terms of fixing the look. The stitch counts are a little iffy, and the sides are a little iffy, but I'm doing it, so hopefully it works out okay. It is a blanket, so it's pretty forgiving. I'm big tangled. It's a blanket, so it's pretty forgiving, but you know, it's not the best. So I like the pattern. It's beautiful, but I would not recommend it because it didn't read that great. It wasn't coming out that great, so it will not be linked down below of this video because I don't think it's the right choice. I'm gonna finish it because like I said, I really like the look of the video. I just don't think I think the pattern has some errors in it, in the construction of the blanket itself, because it doesn't honor all the peaks and valleys. Now this is out of control, so I gotta stop recording and put my full attention on this. All right, see you soon. This is day 1 through 13, except for this one, this one. Pause from a rip-roaring game of Disney Princess Junior Monopoly. We had to take a 5 break. So I've been crocheting away on my Advent blanket. Lottie and Lenny are yelling what character they are. Lottie was Mulan. Lenny was, as she calls it, Punzel. So Rapunzel. I'm Cinderella. But this is coming out really great. Sorry, I'm holding my hand. I really like it. This color so far, let me see if I can hold it up, do a better job. This is my favorite one so far. I love it. It kind of reminds me of like granite. So this is my favorite one. I'm glad I have enough extra to put it in my Cozy Memories blanket. You can see that's my finished granny chevron on the couch, and we're all about the Disney princesses here, so it's everywhere. But yes, I'm really enjoying it. I'm kind of sad. I'm on day 14 already, so I'm more than halfway through, and there is no 100-gram skate at the end. So once I finish this, I will start the next Advent, but that will be a different video because my plan is to make each video a Advent calendar so you can kind of see the whole thing through. But it's really cute. It definitely fits the theme of fossils. So yeah. All right, I am on color 20, and the Advent is beautiful. It's just not the colors for me. Like, the colors play lovely together. They're these lovely, muted, amazing tones. Everything about them is beautiful. And it is exactly as described. It looks like fossils at Hell Creek, like absolutely on point, exactly as described. If you, that's your color palette, it's perfect. My color palette is a bright neon though, but we won this in a giveaway, so it's amazing. Yarn is great. It's wonderful to work with. The colors are beautiful. So day 20. It's been a lot of browns and tonals and that deep, rich, kind of earthy vibe. I'm ready to try something new, but it's beautiful. It's really, like, it's making a stunning blanket. And I am on day 23 of this blanket. When I see the colors together, they're beautiful. I absolutely love them. It looks really nice. The palette is amazing. Just every time I open them, I'm like, oh no, another tonal. Which I get very excited when there are speckles or like pops of color, but it is absolutely as described. It totally looks like fossils and prehistoric colors. It's really, really lovely. I only have one more color left. It's probably gonna be a tonal again. So it's been really nice. The box has been beautiful, and I really liked making the pattern now that I've gotten a hang of it. It took a long time to get the hang of it, so the start of the pattern is not great. Like I said, the pattern is pretty unclear and probably has some errors in it. So yeah, I wrote down the modifications. Maybe I'll pop them in my Ravelry page. Just so I have them if I ever want to make it again. It's a lovely pattern and a lovely concept. It's just written pretty confusing. And it's not on Ravelry. It was a free pattern. So sometimes that happens, but that's all right. So I think the Advent took about maybe a quarter or a third of the length that I need for the blanket. So that means I probably need like 75 more minis. No, that's not right. 50 more minis. Right, if it's a third. Yeah, 50 more minis. So it does not take up the full size. It does not make a full blanket. Maybe if I had done it fingering weight, but then it wouldn't have been dense enough. I do not like crocheting with fingering weight either. That's what I've learned. I don't really enjoy knitting with bulky, but I don't like to crochet with fingering. So good thing I have both skits. All right, time to run. Day 23, almost done. Last color for the Yarnaceous Advent, and it's awesome. I love this color so much. It's so cute. It's this lovely blue with some purple and speckles. It's so cute. I'm excited and kind of sad to be done with this Advent. Sorry, I'm all smooshy. But yeah, I'm gonna go put that in. I timed myself because I was filming a time lapse, and it takes about 10 minutes to do a row, so I bet I could finish this sometime today. And then the Yarnaceous Fangirl Fibers Advent will be done. I'll take a couple shots of the completed blanket so far. It is obviously not long enough for a full blanket. It's just this. So it's this much. I love it. It came out super cute. Yeah, I'd say maybe it's about a third to half, but it came out so cute. All right, I'm gonna go cake this up. This is what I have left of day 23. It's gonna go into my Cozy Memories, then my Granny Square Advent, and then Shaylee's Magic Knot Ball. And then it'll be another skein out of stash. It's official. I finished the Holidays at Hell Creek Advent Calendar, all 24 colors. They are beautiful, and honestly, it was a really nice palette. I got a little bored with it, but that's a me thing, not a knock on the calendar. It's really nice. It's gonna be great in a blanket. I think it's about a third of the way through. So if you liked this kind of craft with me, so you got to see a little bit of an advent calendar, a little bit of a project, like and subscribe, because I am obviously not done with the blanket, and I'm going to start opening another advent calendar. Oh, I was wondering, what do y'all do with your advent calendars? Like, everyone seems to get them, but there seems to be a lot less advent projects and advent calendars that are purchased. But maybe that's why we all have stashes that are gigantic. But drop a comment below. Let me know, what do you do with your advent calendar? Do you make blankets? Do you make a shawl? It's hard when it's a mystery, right? Anyway, let me know what you do. Thank you for watching.